In the heart of Lagos, where the market thrums with life from morning to night, there's a mall that draws more attention than any other. Not because it's the biggest or the flashiest, but because of the whispers swirling around its owner, Ijeoma. Ijeoma isn't just any hair vendor. Her collection of wigs and hair bundles is the stuff of legend. Women travel miles, braving crowded streets and sweating heat just for a chance to own her hair. Her hair so thick, so shiny, it seems almost magical. Every strand looks perfect, untouched by damage, promising a transformation that makes even the plainest face glow. But behind the smiles and satisfied customers, a chilling secret hides. No one knows exactly where Ijeoma's hair comes from. Some say she travels abroad to exotic places. Others whisper about mysterious late-night visits to the hospital. The truth, far darker than anyone could imagine. Late at night, when the market is silent and the city sleeps, Ijeoma disappears into the shadows. Rumors say she visits the city morgue, slipping past cold bodies no one dares to disturb. Those brave enough to ask questions vanish mysteriously or never return to the market again. Among those watching with suspicions is Emeka, a young journalist hungry for a story that will make his name. His curiosity grows by the day until one midnight. House pounding, he decided to follow Ijeoma. With camera in his hand, he slips through the dark alleys, ready to uncover the truth behind the hair vendor's dark secrets. What he finds will haunt him forever. Inside the cramped, shadowy back room of her mall, bathed in the weak flicker of a single beer bulb, Ijeoma walked with a quiet intensity that sent chills down the spine of anyone who might glimpse her there. The air hung heavy, not just with the musty scent of old wood and dust, but something far more unsettling, the faint metallic tang of decay. Before her lay piles of hair-tangled, twisted strands gathered from places no living person should ever set foot. Each bundle was carefully sorted, some coarse and rough, others silky smooth, but all possessed an unnatural stillness, as if the hair itself held a secret no one dared speak aloud. Gloved hands steady and practiced, Ijeoma pulled out her tools, a pair of scissors, a slender needle, and heavy-duty thread. With the precision of a master seamstress, she began the eerie task of weaving these stolen locks together, stitching strands scraped from lifeless heads into one seamless, flawless bundle. Each lock of hair carried a story, a silent witness to forgotten tragedies. Somewhere from the cold halls of the city morgue, others gathered from horrific accident sites, and a few from unclaimed bodies left to rot in neglected corners of the city. To the world, it was just hair, but to Ijeoma, it was a dark treasure, a secret she guarded fiercely, one that fed her thriving business and fattened her pockets. Though the shadows around her seemed to stretch longer with each stitch, and the silence grew heavier, as if the dead themselves watched and waited. Ijeoma pushed those creeping fears aside. The market demanded perfection, and she was determined to deliver. One scorching afternoon, a young woman named Ada stepped into Ijeoma's bustling mall, her heart pounding with excitement. She was preparing for a wedding, a chance to shine and transform her look completely. Despite the hushed rumors swelling through the market, Ada brushed them aside, convinced they were nothing more than superstitions and ideal gossip. Ijeoma greeted her with a warm, inviting smile, expertly wrapping a freshly sewn bundle of hair in white paper. "This is special," she whispered, her eyes gleaming with something unreadable. Ada barely noticed, her fingers already running through the silky strand, marveling at their flawless texture. But then a sudden chill ran down her spine. The hair felt unnaturally cold, as if it held the secret beneath its softness. A whisper of unease fluttered in her chest, but before she could question it, Ijeoma's smile deepened. This hair, Ijeoma said softly, is made only for those who deserve beauty beyond words. That night, as darkness swallowed the city, Ada's dream twisted into nightmares. Whispering voices echo her name through the shadows. Flickering shapes dance at the edge of her vision, shadowy figures that vanish whenever she tried to focus. She awoke to find strands of hair spread across her floor, twisted and knotted into shape that looked eerily like grasping hands reaching out to her. Fear gripped Ada's heart. The hair was no longer just a beauty secret. It was something far darker, something alive. Emeka's investigation was reaching a breaking point. Night after night, he followed Ijeoma's shadowy footsteps, piecing together a chilling puzzle. One evening, under the cover of darkness and a silver of moonlight, he saw her slip quietly into the city morgue. His heart pounded as he crept closer, careful not to be seen. Inside the cold, sterile room, rows of lifeless, hairless bodies lay covered in pale sheets. Emeka watched, trembling, as Ijeoma moved with airy calm, carrying a small satchel. Without saying a word, she began collecting loose strands of hair, scraping them from the dead with practiced precision. Each motion was slow, deliberate, almost like a dark ritual. Determined to expose her horrified secret, Emeka prepared his story. He knew this would shake the city and bring justice, but fate had other plans. When Emeka tried to contact Ada, the young woman whose dreams had turned into nightmares, she was gone. Her home was empty. The only sign she had been there were twisted clumps of hair, shaped into ugly hand-like forms, scattered across the floor. It was like a silent warning or an accusation. Ijeoma's secret, once buried deep in the shadows, was now unraveling, threatening to consume everyone caught in its dark web. Then, one night, under a thick fog that swallowed the city whole, Ijeoma vanished. Not just Ijeoma, but her entire mall, every bundle of hair, every tool, every scrap of cloth in her shop vanished without a trace. Where she went, no one knows.
Thank you for watching my video. Please like, turn on the notifications bell, subscribe and follow for more.